We're going to go through the top 10 cigar list from Famous Smoke. We mentioned it earlier. So we're going to go through the sticks and give our opinions on if they should be on the list, if we've had them before. If we haven't had them, then maybe we don't have any opinion. But give our opinions on it, and if we agree with the list and if we don't agree with the list. We can go start over here, Dwight.
Out of this top 10 list, I only had one, and that's going to be the New World by AJ Fernandez Cameroon selection.
Oh, wow.
I've had that. My man Keith actually put me onto it.
Nice.
And it is a good smoke. I agree it should be top 10.
Nice.
It's a very good smoke. It's medium to full. Good flavor. Good draw, everything. I have no complaints about the cigar.
Nice.
So, that's the only one I had.
Okay. So. I'll go through. I've had a few more than that. I've had the Aganorsa Leaf, and we'll put the list up. You'll see it on the screen. I've had the Aganorsa Leaf, and that was excellent. 80th anniversary, a great cigar.
What's the price point on that? You know?
I don't remember because actually it was given to me because I did a video shoot for Famous at Leaf, and it was for Aganorsa. Yeah, they threw it to me. I was like, yeah. It was excellent. I tell you, yeah.
And when you get a free cigar, you kind of biased. Like,
right.
It's free.
Yeah, true. Very true. I might need to pay it. It's probably $15 to $20, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
The New World, I've had that one. That is a good stick. Just like Dwight said, medium to full, nice price. I mean, that's under $10 if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
That's a good cigar for that price. The Elm I've had, I think I got that free as well from like a
all
fest
kind
we
of
went
free
to.
stuff, man.
Well,
You said the M?
yeah,
Which one's the M?
Macanudo. Right here.
Macanudo. Okay.
Some event I went to, they were giving them away, and it's a decent cigar. I don't have a big memory. I don't have a clear memory of how it exactly was, which is, in my opinion, a bad thing.
Yeah,
if it didn't stick in my head. The My Father La Opulencia.
Yep.
I've had that one, and it is great. I haven't had a bad My Father, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
yes.
Interesting.
I like My Father cigars, and that's a good one.
There's a residue, I think, on my father's that I'm not fond of.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit more when you say that?
There's a residue.
No. What is a residue?
What is the residue?
I don't know what the residue is.
No, what is a residue? That for you
There's a film or something that's
on the actual
leaf,
cigar.
on the actual cigar that I'm not
really?
fond of.
Oh,
That kind of taints the cigar for me on my father.
Really?
Interesting.
So that's what make me. I'm not too much of a fan on a lot of their brands, but there's a few.
you can't
that
get
I do
past
love.
that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had the Project 40 in one of the previous shows and was not pleased with that one. I would not have had this on the list, and I only tried it. Well, it was another free cigar, but I only tried it. I would have just left it in my humidor for a while, but I tried it since it was on the list, and I wasn't pleased at all. Monte Cristo, I've had that one, and that was decent. I think that's a lower price cigar too. It's got all those labels on it.
Monte Cristo a low price cigar?
This one, yes,
Really?
if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
And
And it's got all those labels on it. It looks rich because it's gold and black,
Yeah.
so it looks like it looks like it's a great,
extravagant.
But it was just decent. Not bad, but especially for the price. If they had made it higher, then I'd have been pissed, But it was a decent smoke for the price point.
Okay.
Well, I had the New World AJ Fernandez before, the Cameroon, and that's a decent smoke. I did enjoy it. The other cigars, I think maybe a lot of these cigars might be on here just because they're trying to advertise them more so and get them out there, in my opinion.
Okay.
I disagree with that.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
that's fine. Go ahead.
That's fine. The Monte Cristo makes a great cigar all the time. It's a good classic cigar. I can't see any problems with any Monte Cristo cigar itself. Everything else on that list, I haven't had, so I can't comment on. But again, I think they are just put there to boost sales.
Okay. If I could
Yes.
have the list, a good man.
95 pages of copies that I put on the table.
But the 96 one is not over here.
Right. I didn't print enough.
Yeah. Bring it up.
Okay, so I've had definitely 9 out of the 10 cigars on this list for sure. And I've actually had
Which one didn't you have?
Right.
the only one I didn't have was the
Project.
Crux Union Fire.
Crux
you did
Union
say
Fire.
that,
That's the only one I didn't have.
Have you ever seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
But the label didn't jump out to me, to be honest, so I just always look past it.
That Monte Cristo jumped out at you.
Monte
You know,
Cristo. I love Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Personally, like, for some reason, I don't know why, it's crazy, and you're going to laugh at me, but for some reason, the label of the Monte Cristo jumps out at me like how a Padron of 1000 series label jumps out at me. It's similar label.
and it's going back to looking at a label and saying, I like that label.
A lot of people pick
That's
from
a
labels.
fact.
Labels are a big
That's
part
a
of
fact.
it. Yeah.
That's a fact.
And cigar, not to stop you, but
No.
cigar manufacturers put a lot of time and thought
They
into
do.
what the label
They
looks
definitely
like.
do.
Yeah.
Some
They do
don't.
their
Some don't,
logos
too.
and
Some
everything.
don't.
That's a
Some
fact.
don't.
Yep.
That's a fact. So for number 1, the Tabernacle Havana C, Connecticut, that is a really good cigar. It is on the medium to mild side. It's definitely a lot more flavor than the other Tabernacles. They're a little bit more punchy, have a little bit more pepper to them. That one is very good. Even if you're a newer smoker, you can smoke that one and you'll love it. The Kareem by Crown Heads, the Crema. Listen, that's a great cigar. A lot of flavor, like a ton of flavor. And, if you're smoking that one, I'd suggest you definitely smoking that with a drink. Have a drink.
What
with
size
it.
of that did you smoke? Do you remember?
So, yeah, mostly all of these, I did smoke them in a Robusto size.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Short and
they're
thick.
yeah.
No pun. No
pun.
shade. No shade.
But yet shade.
Now, as far as the Agnarosa leaf, personally, I wasn't a big fan of the Agnarosa. It's not a bad cigar at all. It just didn't have the different flavor profiles in it
Really?
that I enjoy.
Wow.
To be honest with you,
And when I look at that label, it looks like a Perdomo.
it does.
I mean,
Not Perdomo.
no, not Perdomo.
Padron?
Padron. It has a Padron look to it when you see it. To me,
It does. Yeah,
Just
like,
look at
like
it.
the
Yeah.
26th year and
Yeah.
64. Yeah, definitely. The New World by AJ. I agree with both of y'all.
Shocking.
I
Look
agree.
at it.
I agree with
Put your
y'all
glasses.
definitely on the AJ Fernandez Cameroon. Cameroon is one of my favorite rappers, to be honest. It's such a good rapper.
And
to have.
delicate.
And it's very delicate.
So you
very
definitely got to take care of that cigar in your
Yeah.
humidor.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Does it feel soft, like the whole cigar, or
It
just
does.
yeah?
It does. The Macanudo M is a good cigar. Shout out to my wife. This is one of her favorite cigars. It's a good cigar, but it's only it's only a good cigar if you enjoy infused. And I hate to say use that with the Macanudos, but it's definitely an infused cigar with coffee. So
Is
it
it?
has
Yeah.
the
Really?
flavor. It actually has the flavor on the
I didn't
tip
get that.
of the wrapper. So
The M.
the M.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's coffee flavor.
Okay,
Yep,
I didn't know that.
The My Father Opulencia. I love the Opulencia, but it's like 4th on the list for the My Fathers. I agree with you. It does have that film. I know exactly what you're speaking of. And for me, I only get it in the Opulencia and the Gran Oferta. Those two do have the film on it. It's just like an extra oily feature that seems to be
But
right
you
around
like
the
it,
cap.
or you appreciate it.
I appreciate it, but less on the Opulencia
Okay.
and the Gran Oferta.
So what's the, and not to stop your list, but what's your number one, my father, first?
The Le Bijou, for sure.
Okay,
1922.
that which was on 2016, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
See, I got my
You
years
got
right
it.
now.
Woo, you got it.
But wait, you said there's 4.
Yeah, it's
Four. What are
four.
the 4?
So you got the Gran Oferta, you got the Opulencia, you got the Garcia, and you got the Le Bijou. There may be a couple others too, but definitely those 4
Okay.
is the top ones that mostly anybody
Okay.
talk about.
Okay.
With my fathers.
All
The Alec Bradley Project 40, I totally agree with Bruce. That cigar is just very underwhelming. I don't want to say it's trash.
Trash.
It's underwhelming.
It's very underwhelming. You know, they could have just did a little bit more with it. It seems to be lighter than a Connecticut cigar,
Yeah.
which
Wow.
is interesting.
Wow.
Right.
Lighter.
Lighter.
And what is the leaf on that? Anyone knows?
This
I don't.
it's a I think it's a Habano, but I might be wrong. I might be
Wow,
wrong.
what a
Don't quote me
Habano
on it.
leaf.
Yeah,
So it should definitely not be on the top 10.
not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
Gotcha.
The
Cells. ahead.
Carrillo Core. The Carrillo Core is a good cigar. That one is a pretty stronger cigar. So, you know, you guys, especially with y'all three, I know how you guys smoke. That's something that'll definitely be nice in y'all palate. Y'all, you guys will like that a lot. Very good cigar. And the Monte Cristo Espada Oscuro leaves are going to be, in my opinion, red peppery. So you have black pepper, you got white pepper, and you got red pepper, like a cayenne pepper.
Ooh.
The Oscuro wrapper of every cigar that I personally ever smoke with my, palate, I always taste the red pepper in it. And I love Oscuro wrappers. This Monte Cristo, I think that they did a really nice bang-up job with this cigar, you know, all the way through and through the construction of it. I never had a plugged one. It was always drew really good.
Wow.
And you get a nice little spice on the finish
You mean
of
draw really good?
it.
That drew?
Well, I did say
Drew is past tense of draw.
Yeah.
No.
That's not getting into English.
Well, no. I'm gonna make sure they understand draw, because draw is the normal word that we use for drawing.
what if you say-
Anyway, but let me ask you this.
so just wait.
No, I ain't gonna wait. But let me ask you this.
Lord Jesus.
Is that something that you need to have a full stomach on? When you say red pepper, is it really strong?
It is the red pepper. I get it pretty strong. I do
Okay.
get it pretty strong, and I did eat it on a full. That's actually a good question. I did eat it on a full stomach. If you eat it on an empty stomach, you'll taste it way more.
Okay.
On a full stomach, it's definitely a little bit milder, but it'll come through on the finish. So when you're blowing out, you know, typically when you're breathing, you breathe through your nose. So when you come out, when you breathe out, not on the retrohale, just when you breathe out, you'll taste that red pepper on the retro, on your breathing out. So yeah, on your exhale, so it's good. But the crux, I want to try it, but I've never had it yet.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, man.
All right.
That was an in-depth review, and I
I'm
appreciate
sorry,
that,
I'm
brother.
sorry.
No, sorry.
Let me ask everyone. When you hear these reviews that come out on Cigar Aficionado or anyone who puts out a review on cigars, do you gravitate to those cigars, or do you just go on your own and just read about them and just?
I'll answer that, because for me, when I see them, if it's a cigar on there that I've seen before and I've been on the fence about it, like I don't know, then I see it as reviewed in a positive review, then I may pick it up then,
Like the Project
based on
40.
it. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was on there.
Right. But that does happen. There's a fail sometimes.
It does happen.
But it does lean me towards it. Yeah.
I believe that I don't think that any kind of serious cigar company such as Aficionado or Famous, in my opinion, should ever do a top anything list. And the reason I say that is just because you are kind of trying to sway people to your personal palate. I believe that there's a group of people, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 10, that's just sitting at the top of an office and saying, "Oh, well, I like this and I like that." You know, there's a lot of
maybe they're
cigars
like
Right.
they say this is the top 25, boss. It's like take this one out. They didn't let us.
they
didn't bring their price down last year.
Right.
Maybe.
And that definitely makes it, to the point where it's partial.
But I think in order for them to maintain a sense of being genuine and honest and being a go-to spot that can be counted on for an honest review, they need to do that and stay unbiased and do that. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. But I think that they do go into it with that in mind. Like, we can't be leaning towards anywhere. I think so. But hold on, he didn't answer your question.
Right.
I would like to hear.
When it comes to listening to different people's opinion on cigars, I take word of mouth better than listen to what they have to say, because, like I said, I really think like they're biased.
Yeah.
Like, I just think they're just going on just like a. They're just
Even the
going
word
on,
of mouth is biased, right?
Right.
Well, no. Depends on who I get that word of mouth from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people that I take information from.
Biased.
That's
Well,
definitely biased.
and what you're saying, these cigars, I'll look the reviews up on consumers, because I'm big on consumers. Every day,
Like a real person.
a real person
yeah.
smoking it, buying a box, buying 5, buying 1, buying 3, whatever they buy, and smoking it and actually putting their own review on it, taking the time out to say, this cigar is fantastic, blah, blah, whatever they want to say, or this cigar is trash.
That's the only problem with that is I don't know who this person is. I don't know how he smokes.
But you see a consistency of the review.
Oh, okay. All right, so different
Okay.
people saying the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay, got
Yeah,
that.
definitely
Got you.
What I think is you have these companies like Cigar Aficionado, right?
Right.
And you have Famous or
General
Cigar
and-
International
okay.
that have these extravagant events like the Big Smoke.
Because Cigar Aficionado has a whole big event on the
Right.
top
And
25,
so while
which
you
makes
have that
money for
event,
them.
While you have that event, why don't you just have a suggestion box there that everybody can drop a ticket in and say, hey, this is my favorite. Or, this is what I smoke.
Right.
Give them a cigar.
Then that's
give
a
them
real way.
and give them a review sheet and say, hey,
Check this off.
They may do that, and then the box is right there. Underneath it is a big trash can.
Fuck your opinion. This is what we think.
Your opinion sucks. You're right. Definitely.
Well, if I remember at Cigar International when I went there last time, when they have their own brand, they had a whole little checklist.
Right,
when you
with
go
their,
in
but it's only with their
with their
own
brand. But I'm just saying, this is something
But-
like
right,
that.
right.
Something like that,
Towards-
to
yeah,
where
like
I
that.
can come in,
Yeah.
smoke
No, I
it,
agree. I totally
and then give my ratings on it, and we'll go from there.
It's a business.
Right.
All day it's a
Yeah, that's
business.
true.
So
At the end of the
that-
day,
yeah.
at the end of the day, yeah.
So the reason why I explained how Cigar Aficionado does theirs, and that was the reason why I didn't pick theirs, because it seemed leaning towards the ones that won already need to win again. It's like, what is that all about?
that's-
You know,
that's fair.
I didn't like that aspect of it, which is why I picked Famous Smokes to do it. Plus, it was only 10. I wasn't going to sit here and do 25 cigars.
Right.
So,
Right.
and I recognized some of them, and the ones that were on Cigar Aficionado, I didn't smoke a lot of them.
Okay.
So I leaned towards the other one.
Out of this top 10, Mizzay,
Right.
what are your two that you would just knock out of here?
Well,
Good question.
as we were saying earlier, there's some cigars that we forget about. There are a lot of cigar brands out there that's doing it constantly and consistently, and Perdomo is one of them.
Perdomo.
Punch is
And
one
there's
of
no
them.
Perdomo on there.
There's no Perdomo on there.
At all.
Punch is one of them. We
Punch is
said
one
we
of
said
them.
it earlier. And Rocky Patel.
Patel.
Rocky Patel been through a lot. If you know his history of cigar making in America, he's been through a lot. He failed a lot of times. Big time. He felt big time.
Yeah.
And his thing was to go to the mom and pop shops and promote his cigars and put them out there.
Right.
And he put a lot of good cigars out there for a lot of people with different tastes,
Palettes and
different palettes out there, and at a fantastic price point.
Yes.
He's giving you great cigars at a fantastic price point.
Okay.
So I would say those three, and you can find something within their brand.
That should be on the list.
This should,
should
be
be
on
on
this.
this
This
list.
should definitely be on this. Okay.
How about you?
Oh man. For me, probably I would replace it with one of these would be I like the Gurkha Ghost. I mean, I think
You
I
would
would
put the Gurkha
I'll
Ghost
put a
on.
Gurkha
Oh
Ghost.
no.
Yes, I would. That's you asked my opinion.
I love the Gurkha Ghost.
I love the Gurkha Ghost.
I love the Gurkha Ghost, but Gurkha has a bunch of trash.
He didn't
I
speak
didn't
about
say, we
Gurkha
didn't, I didn't say
across the
anything
band.
about it. I said the Gurkha Ghost.
I mean,
Stop.
Gurkha
We're not
Tate,
gonna go into your
Gurkha
Gurkha
Tate has
trail,
a lot of Gurkha Tate has a lot of bad cigars. Period.
Okay.
You know,
But
they
we're
have a
talking
lot
about the
of-
Gurkha Ghosts.
All right,
Gurkha Ghost.
Silver, right?
Silver,
Gurkha-
silver,
yeah.
silver,
The
yes.
gold.
You
has-
actually like the Gurkha Ghost, right?
Yeah, Gurkha Ghost silver.
Silver,
The
not the gold. They have a gold. They have a
right,
gold.
Gold
one, too.
has
the gold one
some
we
more
tried.
maturity
We tried
to do.
Right.
We tried the
too
gold. And
It's too
I,
young.
to be honest,
It's
I
too
didn't,
young.
I didn't
It's
like
too
it. I
young.
didn't
It's
like
too
it.
He likes young.
Too young.
I didn't. Whoa.
Still talking about cigars. No, I like the Gurkha Ghost, but I know that it's a different taste. It's not like any other cigar, basically.
That's a fact.
So I can't put it on this list because I think I like it, but I can't recommend it to everybody because it's the profile that it has is just completely off
It's
the chain. to me.
it's a mature palate.
I think it's
you
more
have
than
to have.
that. I think it's rare. Like it's a taste that I've never had in any other
So
cigar.
you don't think when you're saying that you're trying to play saying that a lot of people may not like it?
Right.
My people.
Right.
Who-
It's
who's your
polarizing.
people?
Like
Who's your
you
people?
either love it or love it or
I
hate it.
my
Other people like other people's palate.
He said my people.
Yeah, my people. My people.
Flacco. Your people smoke weed.
The Flacco folk.
The Flacco folks.
Aaron, you got 2 to that you would kick off of here?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I got 10. You got 2. I got 10.
Full of audible because I was going to say the Macanudo, but I'm not going to take that off the list because it is a good.
Okay.
Yeah, when I'm mad at him. Right, when I'm mad at him.
What do you think about Cigar up there?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Macanudo is really changing their flavor and making it more palatable for everybody, and not just for their,
And
for
that's
their
why I
father.
didn't want to take it off because a lot of, like we always talk about, there's a lot of new smokers, and something like this cigar is a good
bring them in.
introductory,
Could bring them in, okay.
an introductory cigar.
Okay.
So I would take off the Opulencia and the Project 40.
And replace it with?
I would replace the Opulencia for sure with a La Bijou.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
My father's still on there.
Yeah,
What's
my
the other
father's
one?
still on there.
Okay. All right.
And as far as the Alec Bradley Project 40,
Gotta go.
honestly, and I'm gonna stay with Alec Bradley, I would put on there the Black Market.
Okay. Esteli.
You like black?
Is that
And the Esteli, yeah.
Okay,
I would
all right.
choose the
How
Esteli over
about the Alec Bradley Max?
the Max.
Yeah, that Max is a
It's
very
good.
strong
Yeah.
coffee
You
cigar.
could do the Filthy Hooligan.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
there's so many more that's better than
yeah.
the Project
Right.
40.
And
you know?
he puts out a lot of cigars that's out there that's for a lot of palates.
Yes.
You just gotta ask questions.
Yes.
You gotta tell when you go to a cigar shop what you like to smoke, so they can pair you up with the right cigar
With the right
if
cigar.
you go with that particular brand.
So how would you
Indeed.
handle the list?
Yes, indeed.
Is it really 10?
Is it really 10?
Would you really take 10 off?
Yeah, I'll take 10
Okay.
off. I'll
Yeah.
take 10 off.
So
Yeah,
we'll
I'll take 10 off.
ask Bruce. We'll ask Bruce because we already know Osaje's going to take all 10 off.
Exactly, right.
Bruce,
So,
give me two.
the two I would take off is Project 40 and the Monte Cristo.
Okay.
And I'd replace them with a Padron, like almost any Padron, not any Padron,
Oh, okay.
but one of the anniversaries. I would do 64.
You're cheating.
No.
That's cheating, bro. You just can't draw
Padron
it.
is a ringer. Padron is a ringer. You
Padron's
can't
a
use
ringer, and that's like saying I'll take this off and put a Davidoff on
Padron.
it.
Yeah, you can't.
What? You giving up?
Davidoff is off the list.
Come on, you gotta be a challenge. You have to go
Can't do that.
All right,
deeper
so,
Okay,
than.
all right.
Deeper than that.
All right. So I would take Project 40 off. I'd take Monte Cristo off. And if I'm staying with Alec Bradley, I can do that. I'll stay
Okay.
with Alec Bradley,
No matter.
and I'll.
We're not forcing you to.
No,
but-
yeah. Well, I don't want to.
whatever you want. Whatever you want to do.
Don't want to.
Don't.
All right. I'm going to go with the La Florentillas
Oh, okay.
Maduro.
Maduro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Is it Antillas or is it Antiguas?
I said it. No. Antillas.
I love it.
And then I replaced the Monte Cristo with
Come on.
The only reason I said that because I know for a fact I've seen all three of you smoke the Media Noche, and y'all all liked it.
I liked it. I liked it
did.
one time.
Okay, and then you didn't
And then
like it.
I tried
Okay.
it again and I didn't. I know the Media
Gotcha.
Noche. I actually bought a box of it
Yeah.
and I was very disappointed.
Media
with it.
Moche.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
Monte
okay.
Cristo.
Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
But
know.
I would replace it with the same thing you would replace it with, the Esteli.
Okay.
After
okay.
a black market, I'll say aftermarket. Alec Bradley, black market Esteli.
Esteli. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
And you know, Alec Bradley, I'm saying it right?
Yeah, Alec.
Yeah, you know, they actually test every cigar through a breather
Yes,
they do.
to
make
test
sure
the draw.
to make sure the draw is,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with the draw.
Nice.
I know that there's times where you had some problems with some
Yes,
cigars.
indeed. And they probably don't test it.
Right on the-
Well, that's it, guys. You have last words, real quick. This was a little bit long, but real quick, Aaron,
Having fun. Great show. Let's do it.
Mizzay.
Well, you know, again, as a consumer, because you are the consumer, you're putting your money down to buy whatever cigar you want to buy. Make sure you ask questions, and if you have any complaints about the cigar, don't smoke it again.
There you go.
True.
Dwight.
Listen, again, love the format. Great show again with the homies, the brothers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Love all of them.
About fun.
Again, subscribe, comment. Let us know some things you want us to talk about, things you guys want to see. And please subscribe, post, forward it to your friends. We want to get more subscribers and
Yes, indeed.
and
And the comments, because
comments,
we definitely will talk back
we
to you
definitely
about.
we definitely look at the comments and we definitely want to get some feedback, some things that you guys want to see. All right,
That's it. We're out of here. We'll see y'all next time. Please subscribe. We're out. Peace.
peace.
fucking one just stopped.
Which
Yeah.
one? Which one?
Yeah,
That one?
you saw it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
I'm gonna put one in the middle.
It stopped on him, but I was like, I'll leave the close up there.